เ You've forgotten who you are, and where you came from. By all outward appearances, you look well enough. Did you hurt your head? We found you without a Tor's heart we excavated yesterday. At first, we mistook you for a mummy. What in the world happened?
Worker, come hither. Haven't you heard time is black stones? Lord Jordine isn't half as patient as I.
The eminent Lord Jordine must be as quick as a choppy on a full moon. Now, I would love to hear your story, but it seems like it will have to wait. I was hired to excavate the ruins down below. Since the princess's prodding eyes are upon us, let's continue our conversation there. I was hired to
Oh, you scared the daylights out of me. Are you new here? Who said you could rub your mitts on this without the princess's permission? Huh? What is this nonsense? When did you start working here? How do you not know this already? When the moon comes up, shall we have a nice little chat by the loo? Who's your supervisor? We can bring him along to get an earful as well. It's Wilson, isn't it? I swear he's left his brain on a deserted island somewhere. How does he expect you rookies to survive? Wilson! But I am a generous person.
stench! How dare you stand so close? You... What? The way down to the ruins? What? Now even these peons. Mills! Do you know how hard I worked to make this excavation happen? Need I have you all discharged to be taken seriously?
I shall gladly take whatever punishment you feel is adequate once we return. But, Princess, I beseech you to withhold your anger for just a moment. How dare you stand in the way of Princess Jorette of Serendia? If we were not out in the field, you would have been severely punished. What would compel you to ask such an obvious thing? Did Eden originally hire you on as a mercenary? Do you not know the ancient chamber excavation site is directly under the command of Princess Jorette? We told Eden how important this site is, yet he dares to bring in someone so wet behind the ears. He's making it quite hard to trust him as a leader. We'll be lucky if we find anything at all before the deadline.
Eden was handpicked by our eminent Lord Jordine. Do you doubt the Grand Chamberlain of Serendia's shrewdness?
I sincerely apologize, Princess. That was not what I meant when I said those words.
I shall punish you for your suspicions in time. For now, just concern yourself with how to restore his honor.
Yes, I shall give this new recruit a fitting task. Fortune truly favors you. Follow me. Ruins excavation starts with picking up a pickaxe. Break the stones around that ruin and fill the cart. It's a simple task, so go to the soldier below once you are done. But, I will say this once, overconfidence is a fool's folly.
Oh, Eden's strong new... Oh, Eden's strong new recruit finally arrived, I see. Now tell us, how did you get locked in the sights of that spoiled princess? Never mind. You didn't hear me say a thing. Anyways, seems like you know how to handle yourself. Follow me. Do you see those hungry wolves stalking about in the grass? Horses won't budge thanks to that scary lot. Sir Roig may appear like he's not watching, but he sees all. So this is the time to show your stuff, my friend.
Weren't you an excavator? I thought you'd get eaten alive. But it seems you've some use. I'll grant you access to the ancient stone chamber. Go and help Eden finish up with the excavation.
poring over those relics. Does a visit to places such as this make your heart skip a beat as well? Huh? Oh, so you're the living relic Eden discovered. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Luffy Bedmountain, at your service. I'm not sure why no one has ever stumbled upon this stone chamber up until now, but I guess you're some sort of lucky charm, aren't you? It just so happens that the day you awoke was the day we finally cracked the secret of these 5 stone murals. These murals of prophecy have been speculated to have been painted by the ancients. They depict the rise and fall of the Kron Kingdom that was central to Balanos. Take a closer look. Who knows? You might be standing in front of your own creations, and you've just forgotten about it. A depiction of Noir III of House Bartali, the last king of the Kron Kingdom of Balanos. The enormous crown symbolizes his unchallenged authority. The only thing he feared was death itself. One day, an alchemist from across the desert sought audience with Noir III. I, Master, shall grant you eternal life. If I heard that, my eyes would be big as dinner plates. Eternal life. Quite the thing to crave, especially in a world where many struggle to eke out a full living, even once. Alas, the prospect of immortality blinded Noir III, and he took the alchemist's offer. The blood and organs of 100 children and maidens, all offered up as sacrifice to the alchemist. The king's madness swept throughout Balanos as the people's resentment reached the heavens. Noir III made no effort to stop the ritual to summon the alchemist's master. By the time the king learned the truth, that the alchemist served the evil god Hadum, his concerns had narrowed to the point where he cared not of such things. Fortunately, Elion, Al, and their believers did not remain idle, and the ritual to bring about Hadum into this world was halted. Though in doing so, the castle was toppled and shattered to pieces. The mighty kingdom of Kron joined the many other kingdoms lost to history. This was barely over 150 years ago. But do you know what's even more amazing? I, at Luffy Bedmountain, used the latest advancements in archaeological dating to determine exactly when these murals were constructed. Apparently, these stone murals were made not 150 years ago, but much, much further back. However did the ancients peer so far into the future? Ah, right. I've saved the most interesting mural for last. This one depicts a prophecy that's yet to come to pass. It's the Breaker of Chains, who freed the vengeful souls sacrificed to summon Hadum to our realm. Yikes, look at the time. Take this information regarding the final mural and bring it to Martha Keel down there, will you? You can't miss her. She's unreasonably tall and wears glasses so big you would mistake her for a frog. Just listen to her speak and you will catch wind of her temper. Eesh, I get goose flesh just thinking about it.
My word, is that the final mural? And you are? Are you the one Eden described as a living relic he found
toppled over. My goodness. My name is Martha Kean, an archaeologist by trade. I guess this too is fate. Should we shake hands or something?
Martha! Martha! I found it! Come quickly!
Well, no time for handshakes. My, is it just me? Or are we seeing some steady developments after your awakening? If everyone worked towards a single goal in harmony, heaven on earth could be achieved. I swear I've seen these writings in an ancient text in Valencia somewhere. An ancient weapon that attacked the ancients. Who could have made such a thing? Is your heart pounding as hard as mine? Every time I make a discovery like this, it's like stealing a swig of light ale stashed away in a Calphionian noble's warehouse.
From all the way over here. I was wondering who their special guest would be, and it was you. You and I have already been introduced, though I believe you've yet to meet my comrade, the beautiful Ganelle, Orwin.
Eden, come now, quit it!
Okay.
Greetings. I am Orwin of Ilia.
Do be careful. The remains of many petrified ancients are strewn about. It appears some unpredictable power remains sealed within this relic.
Not to mention the upside-down trees that are rooted around the relic as well. During my brief stay in the forests in the Southern Territories, I recall reading about them in some forbidden texts.
Dabbling in forbidden texts from such a young age? I can't imagine, especially considering how prim and proper you are right now. Back, right now!
My goodness, what are you doing all of a sudden? Are you awake? These are the memories of the forgotten world. Sorry, but you should have known better.
suddenly turned pale. Are you okay? You remembered something, didn't you? But why would you do such a thing in front of an ancient relic you've never seen before? Wait, could it be?
You wouldn't have some red-eyed being whispering incessantly in your head now, would you?
Ah, it must be a black spirit. Those entities that bring ruin to all who succumb to their whispers. I was joking when I called you a living relic, but now it appears that name was right on the mark.
Eden, please, isn't that a bit too much? And yet, it may be wise to tell the others what we've just witnessed. The relic has begun to move. At this rate, the dark energies will.
The relic probably awakened after reacting to your black spirit. Be careful.
You all right?
I knew it! I knew you were trouble the moment I laid eyes on you. Forget what I said earlier. You aren't a lucky charm at all. Do you know how many hours of labor were wasted because of you? Are you going to explain this delay to that Janet or Geralt or whatever that stuck-up princess's name is?
Calm down, Laufey. If it weren't for this adventurer, we would have never found the Black Stone. So, it'll be fine.
You think that alone will ease her temper? Why are you so oblivious to the ways of the world? You think that alone?
Elezra, the White Witch? To think that she was part of your lost memories.
Why don't we speak more on the matter after returning to the Western Guard camp? Princess Durat's awaiting our report on the relic excavation results.
I bet she'll give us an earful after she hears of our findings, but that's for us to deal with. What about our friend here? Princess Durat won't let just anyone waltz right into the Western Guard camp.
Do you know of any way we might get on her good side? Anything that might put her in a more magnanimous mood?
The only time I've seen the princess's foul
can't get on her.
The only time I've seen the princess's foul temper abate were the day she met with Grand Chamberlain Jordine. Truth is, we've been waiting for a wagon with supplies from Western Guard Camp, but it's yet to pass by. I had a bad feeling something in the woods may have caused the wagon's delay. If it's not too much trouble, could you go investigate?
It's a bit inconvenient, but I suppose that's the way of the world.
I'm saved. I thought you'd walk right past me. What? My wagon's over there, broken into pieces. I just realized my life has been spared, but only to be at the mercy of...
The moment I saw you slay those wolves, I knew you weren't ordinary. A weapon is more suited to your hand than a pickaxe. Well, one good turn deserves another. I've secured a job for you. Do as you're ordered, and you'll find your life becoming a bit more comfortable.
My name is Fania, and I am an officer of the Western God Camp. I'd rather not meet under such circumstances, but it appears we have no choice. I heard from Sir Royd that you are an excavator, but with a special set of skills.
It appears their skills were wasted digging for relics. You have been looking to hire mercenaries, have you not?
Let's consider this a formal interview then. Help us pave the way out of here. I shall guard Sir Royd.
See? Knowing how to seize the right opportunity is a skill in itself. Now, ensure my recommendation continues to carry weight.
This is the Western Guard camp overseeing Eastern Balanos. I heard a ruckus and thought it was the goblins again. This is the Western Guard camp. Officer Fania, you're wounded. Medic, get over here!
I'm fine. Please tend to other soldiers who are more seriously wounded. Duvain, where is he? Seems he's not around. This is the one who saved us from the imps. Though the wagon was destroyed, we thankfully did not ship.
Officer Finn!
I'm fine. This is the one who saved us from the imps. And yet goblins again.
Gia, king of the goblins, grows craftier by the day. Take a look beneath the bridge if you want to see what I mean. That's the work of the Goblin King, Gieth.
The imps mistakenly believed that this slaughter was our doing. Long ago, this region was originally claimed by the goblins. One day, Rednose, leader of the imps, suddenly appeared and sent all the goblins. The imps mistaken. One day, I don't blame Gieth for resenting them.
It seems things here have grown dire while our... Don't worry. I'll carry word of your deeds to her.
Why don't you go visit the skill instructor Armstrong for the time being? With...
Where are you from? Not from here. I'm Samuel.
Oh, a recommendation from Officer Fania herself, with a note that you could do with learning a few more skills. The more skills you learn, the stronger you will become. Keep checking from time to time on what new skills you are able to learn. The more skill... More skills you learn.
Eden's living relic! You should have sent word you arrived safely. We were worried sick. We thought the imps had dragged you off to their cave. We were just about ready to send you off with a proper funeral rite, spoons and all. Would you have preferred a wooden spoon or a metal one? I guess we could always just ask you instead. Which one would you pick?
Spoons, Luffy. You know quite a lot about foreign customs. Hiding a secret lover from the land of the morning calm, are we?
Ahem. We've been granted an audience. Let us not keep the princess waiting now.
I suppose we'll find her in her tent, where she always is.
Lord Jordine absolute rule over Serendia? Faith. Our faith in him and his faith in us. I too demonstrated the capacity for good faith when I sent you off, and your favorable outcome is proof that my faith in you is rewarded. Does this not make me a most favorable counterpart to his lordship? Am I mistaken, my dear Roy? I place my faith in your good judgment as well, though those results currently seem to be less than favorable. My wagon, the finest Calphionian craftsmanship, in pieces. The black stones that were the sole reason for me funding this excavation, absent. Do you think I poured out such funding so that you could go dig up these worthless pebbles?
Apologies, Your Highness. As speculated, the depths of the chamber indeed held black stones, but what we found was merely the empty remains of the stones, after the black spirits sealed within had consumed all of their power.
You don't look like an addled half-wit. Cut the spiritual nonsense and speak with some sense. You're professionals, are you not? You are being paid as such. With that payment comes the expectation of results, not half-baked excuses about spirits. You think these results will welcome me into Lord Jordine's strong embrace? Must I be ever haunted by the shadow of disappointment I'll cast across his chiseled face?
Your face is here again!
You've lost your memories, haven't you? Congratulations on your first castigation. It can be a burden to earn a living at times, though it strikes me as odd. I heard all the black stones excavated in Serendia are being shipped directly to Calphion. Why is this Jordine fellow making his own fiancée aid another nation in gathering black stones?
Since there aren't any black stones left in the stone chamber, I guess it's time that we set off for another excavation site. One possessed by a black spirit may briefly gain great power and wisdom, but their ultimate fate is to succumb to its darkness and become a monstrosity. I pray you remain on the right path, for anything so easily gained can also be easily lost.
Stop scaring them, my boy. Keep your mind and body sharp, and there's nothing to fear. Next time we meet, let's go grab a pint together.
From our first encounter, I knew there was more to you than meets the eye. If you live as long as I do, you become quick to spot these things. I have a proposal for you. What say you to working for Her Royal Highness, Princess Jarette? I understand. Go seek out Captain Cliff. He will take into consideration your efforts in saving the soldiers from the imps.
Currently tasked with finding the source of all this chaos. The very leader of the imps himself, Red Nose. He suddenly appeared one day and kicked all the goblins out. Now he's been sighted launching small-scale raids into the settlements nearby. So, you've ingratiated yourself to an officer, and think you can now somehow barge in our war council, ignoring procedure, ignoring rank. I think you've greatly overestimated the value of your so-called skills, and I'm afraid Officer Fania's eye for quality soldiers has greatly diminished. I think you've greatly...
Without your aid, let's use this momentum to track. If you know the enemy, a few days ago, I will be.
His nose was so incredibly red. Imagine a ripe tomato. Now just imagine it redder. I was patrolling the northern forest when I felt a cold energy behind me. When I turned around, I saw an imp the size of an house. I knew straight away it was Rednose. Boy, that imp was strong. He pulled out a sword as big as I am. So, he was pretty agile too, considering his giant physique and all. He sprung at me like a frog. I nearly died that day. I reckon that's what getting hit by a gold-laden wagon feels like. Look, if you want to find out more, go to the...
The armor. Useless after the beating it took. I disposed of it. But whatever odds and ends I found at the scene, I put in a box. The armor. This? What's this doing here? This belongs to one of our rookies, Murray. But he wasn't on duty at the time.
No, that's not mine. You've got the wrong idea. I had nothing to do with that skirmish. Well, I mean, I did, but not on purpose. I was off duty, heading into Velia. They've got this smoked chicken. My wife is pregnant and she loves the stuff. Anyway, I spotted an imp wandering alone, sort of drunk-looking, stumbling about with a crooked nose. Well, this is rather embarrassing, but I blicked him on the head and said, "Hey, pal, you red nose or something? Skulking about all alone here?" And the ground started to quake beneath me, and I swear Rednose really appeared. I didn't think, I just ran for my life.
You started this whole commotion, and you didn't even have the dragon eggs to report it. You'll face a military tribunal for this. You started this whole commotion.
it was all Mare's doing then. Looks like I'll be taking up extra shifts. Huh. I'll think about that later. Let's move on to our next task. The important thing now is distracting the imps. The imp expert has constructed a trap to capture them. You're up for the task, aren't you? Deal with some of the imps here first, then follow the path north.
It's you, the living relic. Don't look so surprised. Eden won't shut up about you. Look here, I've caught a useful prisoner. Exactly how is a trade secret. You've got that shocked expression on your face again. Ready to be really blown away? My prisoner is an imp who can speak the common tongue. To be really...
I told you, I don't know where the boss is. Our boss comes and goes as he pleases.
Hey, Eden told me that you are an expert on this.
Oh, you think I knew I did conflict? Wow, look at the brains on this bitch. Red nose or blue nose? The
oh, tight.
What? I said nothing. Imps are extremely loyal to one another. Red, wolf meat.
Well,
tiny notes, tiny green stalks give delicious cooked wolf meat.
I will look for traces of red.
My wagons! Hey, you! You wanted it? Our boss, one rainy day, he was wiping away his tears in seclusion after being roughed up for his shiny schnoz, when he was discovered by a man wrapped in black robes. He opened his hand to reveal a wishing black stone. Rednose prayed before this man clad in black. I wish for the power to flatten everyone's noses. Hearing Rednose's words seething with hatred, the man gave him the black stone in return for a promise. You see that large stone over there with the mark on it?
So black stones are the source of his power. That makes sense, all things accounted for. Of course I know about Blackstones. I told you Eden and I were acquainted. Now, let's review the information we've gathered up until now. Normally, Rednose is average imp-sized, but grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. How might we prod him into such a state? Your tactic is to mistake him grows to gigantic proportions when enraged. Well, gigantic proportions when it... Right! I'd almost forgotten the magical... Good. Now, with using the information you gathered from the Western, you can see here traces of Rednose's hopping mad rampage. What a gruesome scene. I was racking my brain over how... Take this potion. You'll be able to... What? You think I'm trying to poison you? Oh, can you see it? Those are his... Hold on! Don't touch it! The energy that... I dare say, did you just lick that? It's Rednose's hideout. Why don't you take a step back? Fania's soldiers will be here soon. It's best to fight together.
not only tracked down Red Nose's hideout, but defeated him all on your own. That's something. How could someone with such prowess find themselves shoveling dirt for some pretty boy in a headband? How would you feel about putting your potential to better use? The people could use a champion like you. I'll inform his lordship of your interest.
If you would just hand over the Blackstone that was in Red Nose's possession.
Apologies, Your Highness, but I could... Apologies, Your Highness, but I couldn't...
Ah, so my time is yet again wasted.
Apologies, Your...
Ah, so...
It's true. The imps have some... It's true.
Was instrumental to defeating Red Nose, but he is also directly to blame for drawing out this feud.
We found evidence of them trading military supplies with humans. This allowed them to be quickly battle-ready.
Tiny Noses...
We found...
A prisoner of war should be kept. What shall be done with him?
That's much too generous a reward for such...
You expect? Everything I've worked...
We've lost track of Red. There's a coastal village nearby. Velia.
That takes care of things. Tiny Nose shall be transferred to our camp's prison.
This says that Red Nose has been defeated.
If that's the case, why the hell's this village still in this state? I heard they're still drafting soldiers. How about you? It's all because of those damn goblins.
My love, what would I tell Helen? To think I'd be widowed at my age.
I prayed this year would be free from that curse, and yet here we are in another drought.
Aye, and the chief's granddaughter's coming of age this year.
Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
Gah, what's the meaning of all this?
The trade wagon that left yesterday has been raided. Again.
Hardell is considering severing ties with us.
Goblins again? How many guards do we need to stop them? The entire guild will starve at this rate.
Oh, wise one, this village is filled with bad spirits.
Shouldn't we do something with the chief's granddaughter first?
In times like these, we need to stay vigilant from within as well. And to do so...
Toria!
Welcome, adventurer. You seem to bear a dark energy, eons old. I am Alustan, an alchemist who feels eons old himself at times. Some see these wrinkles as a sign of wisdom, but a wise man would avoid such an unhealthy obsession with black stones. Uno and Cliff have told me all I need to know of Red Nose tearing through the Dark Rift and his defeat at your hands. To cause such noticeable mutations in his physical appearance means that the black stone was of extremely high purity. To have such an item in his possession, this man clad in black, we should not take him lightly. We should undertake our investigation discreetly. Clarence is away on some other task. I suppose I have no other choice. I would like you to assist my other daughter in investigating this matter. However, let us speak on this elsewhere. There are far too many prying eyes here.
Papa. You've brought someone along? Friends of my father get better deals. They're basically just watered-down versions of Florence's potions anyway. I'm kidding! Please, buy my wares. Oops. Did I say that?
Come now, child.
Me? Specifically? Sure you didn't just confuse me for Clarence? Gosh, okay. Let's see. How long have you been exposed? Oh, wow, that's a bit excessive. And likely to have accelerated the spirit's encroachment. Tell me, does ceaseless whispering fill your head? Do you have an unquenchable thirst? Is that thirst for apocalyptic chaos?
Eileen!
Got it, Papa. I'll... can do it. Definitely. Probably.
I've received a summons from the Grand...
Eileen!
I've received a summons from the Grand... I'll be expecting fair tidings of...
Right. Clarence will be off to college soon, setting the academic world on fire, while I do my best to find a man who trusts me not to set his meals on fire. Why was I talking about fire? Oh, right! My training! Time to test some chemical reactions, but I'm... all out of material. Come on, Eileen. Oh, I hate to ask for a favor already, but... Wow! You gathered so many so quickly? Though, as soon as we smite one wicked task, another always rears its head. Papa said you needed help, but... what's a couple of hours? Or why don't we take a short walk over to the church? I see that bell tower over there. Why don't you go on ahead? I need to touch up my faith for church.
My faithful congregation who've gathered here today.
Please.
You've likely not ever set foot in the desert, nor heard tale of the Black Desert and the salvation of Elyon. There was a time when black stones were thought to be blessed with Elyon's might, sown like so many seeds beneath the sands that span from Calphion to Valencia. But these seeds only bloomed into the fruits of war between those nations, who watered the great desert with blood until the sand itself could hold no more. From that day it was known by two names. For the countless black stones, Calphionians know it as the Black Desert.
Please accept
But
my
for the
prayer.
countless lives lost, Valencians call it Red.
Hey, I took the jokes off. I was awake a while ago.
There you are.
So long after,
Shall we sit together?
Elyon felt pity for us fallen humans, and granted us the Now that Elyon has lifted the veil from our eyes, let us cast off the avarice and offer up our worldly possessions to Elyon.
Shirking your alchemical studies again. I see. No surprises there. What does surprise me is how it's a new man every time. What do they see in you? Hello, I'm Florence, Eileen's twin sister. Father filled me in. I only came here to confirm my suspicions. Now listen here. The Black Spirit is biding its time, waiting until you are spent and exhausted. And when you show the slightest sign of weakness, you will be under its control in an instant. My advice? Go get some rest. As for my sister, well, it seems she's already lost interest in you. Don't dawdle here listlessly. Go find Chief Igor Botali. He's known to treat adventurers with the utmost hospitality. Please accept my prayer. You have all you need.
Toria!
Please accept my prayer. I give with all my heart.
Hey,
Lead my
I didn't doze off. I was awake a while ago.
in the kitchens of the
Pray with
Western
my left
Camp.
eye open. Make sure to feed her well.
Thank you,
Our
Lord
Father,
Elion.
which art in heaven.
My lord, Elion, I believe in you.
Ah, so you're the one Alustin spoke of. We finally meet. I am Igor Bartali, chief of this village. Welcome to Velia. There was a time when I too dreamt of becoming a great adventurer, and I would love to hear of your heroic encounter with Red Nose. But first, I must attend to a small matter requested of me by the Grand Chamberlain. How about you tell your tale over a meal at the Lunar Halo Inn? It's right over there. My wife, Islin, will treat you to some refreshments. Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Welcome to the Lunar Halo Inn, traveller. You can call me Islin. My husband said you'd be dropping by. Rowdy drunkards think getting pot-shotting is an excuse for breaking a dish or two, but I make sure everyone pays for their mistakes. Here's fair warning to you. This is the chef of our inn, David. Talented, aye, but patrons love him because he pays little heed to the cost of ingredients. Those two over there act like brothers once a little ale's in them. In the cold light of sobriety, they find themselves again sworn enemies. That one over there just keeps to himself, smoking his pipe all day long, never orders a thing, literally running on fumes he is. Oh, look at the old man, the wind blew in. Well, what'll you have? Have a seat and we'll get your order in right away. Mountains of cheese bread. That's a staple of ours. Good, good. Take a seat over there. My husband's probably dying to see you.
The lads at the Crown Castle are real nasty ones.
Oh, Islin is talkative as ever. Sometimes she keeps customers so long that the food goes cold. Finally. I've been looking forward to dining together and hearing the wealth of stories you have to tell. First, tell me of Red Nose. Tell me everything, theatrics and all. Who helped the most in tracking Red Nose down?
Where's the joy for the soldiers in Western Camp?
That's right. Stand tall and proud. We're all the protagonists of our own stories, after all. But however did Red Nose become leader of the Imps? As I recall, he was ever so tiny and timid. The black stone given unto Red Nose became one filled with rage. I've no idea what that man is up to. If only I was younger, I'd need just to wave my finger to teach him a lesson. Ah, well, frustrating though it may be, in times like this, repeat after me. Things are looking up. See? Feels good. Once more. Things are looking up. Your grand journey is still underway, and arduous times are yet to come. Dig deep and shout this out to steel your nerves in those moments.
Well now, what's this? You two together? Things are looking up. Things are looking up.
Oh, Uno. It has been some time. Where have you been quenching your thirst while your old friend's throat is dry?
Me just had a pint at the Dancing Marlin to celebrate our defeat of Red Nose. Cheers! And yet to think Blackstone of such high purity brings me back to the days when there were yet hairs on your head.
I'm telling you, it's all gone in an instant. But I, too, am reminded of the tale of the Great Desert. 10 years past now.
This is your first time hearing it, right? Listen well, it's quite the tale. 10 years past. In the distant desert, a sudden and strange phenomenon occurred. The ground beneath the sands cracked wide, and an ancient ruin burst forth. It was the ruins of Histria, once existing only in ancient texts. Held deep within her, a final chamber composed of the purest black stones.
He's been on about this story for a decade now. My ears can't take it any longer. Be present. It's the year 286. 286!
Nasty ones. These are all for me to eat. Great!
Nostalgia serves as the greatest drive in the twilight years of a senile old fool. And yet, thanks to what occurred back then, business has never stopped booming.
Never thought I'd see the day when Igor the Adventurer was properly domesticated. The things love will do to us, eh?
I may not look it now, but I was indeed quite the adventurer in my day. People would travel far and wide to consult with me on matters of Histria.
Look at the stone spider flaunting his carapace to the stoneback crab, like he's forgotten he's speaking with the continent's foremost imp expert. And on my honor, I swear on that day I clearly saw it. The shining star fall into the hills of the Forest of Seclusion.
That nonsense again. Give it a rest, my dear friend. No one found a star, not even a scrap of metal in that area.
I promise you, before my dying breath, I shall uncover its secret. I, Uno, am a man of my word. Believe it. I promise you, before...
This stuff is great.
Careful. Do you know how much this beer cost me?
I couldn't believe it. She told me to shave my beard.
Do you know how many years I spent whacking those scarecrows?
Oh, Tronin, you're here as well.
Of course. I have to lay down the hammer sometimes.
Yes, indeed. It's been some time. Care to hear of my travels to Valencia?
Oh, good. Adventurer, you're awake. the blacksmith. He said you had a pretty rowdy night at the tavern, so he brought you back here. You should go thank him for taking care of you. And maybe apologize for dueling his anvil. Let's be off. We're going to overcome the Black Spirit together. I have a close friend who is going through a similar situation. Her name is Emma. Emma Bartali. Yes, the chief's granddaughter. You could say she's the princess of the town. Ever since she was little, Emma would often have nightmares, but it's grown worse. Now, a dark figure has begun to invade her mind. We're going to pay her a visit. Though, please understand, for anyone so shy, and who suffers as she suffers, a smile would be hard to muster. Oh, poor Emma. She's the only person who's opened their heart to me. I must find a way to rid her of her vile infestation. Nightmares of the Kingdom of Kron often haunt Emma. People do not talk about it, saying it's a curse that befell the family. See, she's a descendant of that house, and they sacrificed the lives of their citizens to an immortal alchemist in return for eternal life. That family, they treat the curse like it's nothing, like it's a normal part of any child's formative years. Nonsense, I say. No wonder she shuns people. I'm counting on you to get close to her heart. Here, have a look at this. 150 years have passed since the fall of the Kingdom of Kron. Yet, House Bartali still remains in the public eye. Grave robbers have once again stolen Noir Bartali III's treasure, a piece of heaven. However, the town has shown no pity, saying that it's a well-deserved punishment. The chief may seem like he just enjoys drinking with adventurers all the time, but he really cares about the town, more than anyone else. He gave me a place to set up my own shop, and he's serious about restoring the Bartali name. The Bartali family store their ashes in an ossuary north of this town. A place like that, teeming with Kron's secrets, must have some clues. Go ahead and take the path near the church. I'll check in on our dear, hungover Dr. Uno, then join you.
I'm Tranen Undervo, a blacksmith with patience. Tell me if you need anything. No need to thank me. Looks like I have myself a valuable new patron. I can see how callous the palms of your hands are. You will certainly be a regular at the forge. From now on, trust your gear to me, a master craftsman. And, by the way, where are you off to with Eileen? Us, you hurry? Got peculiar taste, that's for sure. Most tourists would prefer visiting more scenic spots. On your way there, give my regards to my dear friend Richie, if you could. He's not been in his town too long. Think I'm the only friend he has.
Welcome to Valia. Need to use the storage?
I'm not responsible for these nails,
can keep more goods if you get a house in town and use it for storage.
Our town is peaceful. Have a pleasant stay.
I made a good choice coming here. The fishes are fresh. What?
Oh, Eileen, you've come with a new friend today. You didn't let a grave robber trick you into bringing them here, did you?
I know that I may not be the brightest compared to my sister, but I'm not that foolish, you old man.
It's merely that everyone trusts Clorince's shrewd nature will keep her safe. You, on the other hand, well, what brings you here? Richie? I wasn't aware he had any friends to receive regards from. Tronnen? So Richie's been shirking his duties to... Anyway, Richie is probably down below, sweeping and cleaning. Friendly warning for the newcomer. Never lay a hand on anything, or else.
Well, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Anything good here? Huh? Oh, over there! Ah! A ghost!
A human!
What? A talking ghost? Adventurer, exorcise it!
Don't you know who I am? The notorious grave robber, Afuaru's cousin!
Scary. I've never been ghosted before. I think it enjoys haunting an ossuary falling into ruin. I thought that Houtman had the easiest job in town, but that is clearly not the case. Adventurer, what's this? Do you think the ghost dropped it? A key! The Bartali crest is engraved on it. So maybe it unlocks something in the ossuary. I'll ask Richard. You don't think he's been hurt, do you? Come on, let's go find Richie. Oh, Elion, all. Sylvia, Thornwood Goddess, please keep Richie safe.
What are you? An adventurer or a grave?
Richie. Oh, thank goodness. Were you trapped in here? And are you sweeping?
No. This is just me salvaging the last bits of my pride off the floor.
What's all this commotion about? What? Did you cause trouble again?
Old man? Did you know that Richie was trapped in here all along? You really keep vigilant watch over the ossuary, huh?
What? Another grave robber showed their ugly mug? Oh, that cowardly Richie was probably hiding again. I can't be everywhere all at once. An ossuary needs constant care. I'm bound to forget a thing or two. Age takes its toll. You'll see. If it were your sister here, she would have done something clever, like brewed up a potion to make the cowardly goblin a bit braver.
wrong, but it still hurts. Let's go, adventurer. That's Eileen for you. Makes you wonder if she truly is the great Alustin's daughter. Sorry we didn't get much out of this, adventurer. I wanted to lift Emma's spirits for a change.
Huh?
Oh my, the grave robber could have hurt you, Eileen. Don't you ever do that again, even if it's for me.
But I still haven't found clues to the nightmares that haunt you. This adventurer here is going through something similar. I'm sure of it.
No, I'm so thankful that you tried. I don't want anyone to be in danger again because of me. Hello, my name is Emma, daughter of Justin Bartali. You must be a guest of my grandfather. Well then, take care. Hello, my name is Emma, daughter of Justin Bartali. You must be a guest of my grandfather.
Hold on, Miss Emma. I'm sorry that I couldn't repay your kindness. But look at this! My howls of terror must have shocked that grave robber into dropping it!
The script is kind of old, but I think I can read it. It appears to be someone's journal from the Kingdom of Kron.
Ah, my poor, lonely Hannah. My dear niece. Lovely and beautiful to the very end. A spring's courtship blossomed into summer romance, which bore fruit like autumn, only for the suitor to coldly part like winter. You persevered alone to rear your child, only for the king to steal him away. Falling victim to an aged fool's selfish ambitions, seeking eternal life. The world came crashing down, but I shall remember Hannah forever. Well, I just can't keep avoiding it like this. Would you both listen to my sorry tale? In Kron Castle, ruined by sins of past, lay tiny souls hidden, tears amassed. I reach out to comfort those unnamed, but some strange force keeps me restrained. Then, black as smoke soon overtakes me. I flee and flee. Can no one save me? The crimson gaze. I can't escape thee. My piercing screams what finally wakes me. And now, whispers haunt me beyond my dreams. but I'm unaware of what those whispers mean. There's someone in my dreams who pushes me into Kron Castle. A man wearing a sheep's skull, surrounded by goblins.
If texts I've read are to be trusted, the Black Spirit has begun to take hold of her. We can't just sit and do nothing. Let's see what we can find at Kron Castle.
Eileen, if we take action, it'll put my grandfather in a difficult position. I read the rescript that the Grand Chamberlain, Jordine, had sent not so long ago. Goblins that were driven away from the plains of Agris by the imps are now becoming more and more aggressive toward traders. And those goblins, they aren't on good terms with the rebel forces of Medea, who are occupying the Kron Castle ruins. All this havoc may account for the Grand Chamberlain's foul mood as of late. Best not for us to add to it.
You are most dear to the Chief, Emma. And to me too, because you're my friend. You are most dear to the Chief, Emma.
Thanks, Eileen, you're right. We've got to do something. In that case, meeting Grusha would be the best place to start. Grusha is a loyal protector of House Bartali. He's been keeping watch over the Goblins' forest.
A human. I'm Grusha, the head of the Velia Vigilantes Special Task Force. Kron Castle, you say? Best steer clear of there for now. We're poised to invade the castle soon. It's much too dangerous to even think of going to such places with Lady Emma in your care. Shows your utter recklessness.
Then Grusha, let me at least meet the Goblin Chief. I've heard you boasting about how you became drinking buddies.
Eileen, the chief you knew doesn't exist anymore. Our race has been reborn entirely. The old chief who used to dance the in front of the bonfire is now buried beneath the fields of Agris. A young giant and...
What are you ladies doing here in the perilous goblin? Task Force, Grusha Nor. According to foreign agreement, I'm sure you're well aware that the goblins turning vicious and the Chief and Grand Chamberlain have already come...
You?
You're still acting as the goblins' mouthpiece, eh?
Yes, I mean,
Another chance? Does Velia come first or do goblins? You're relieved of your post, and you'll serve probation from your own home.
You're the hero who defeated Red Nose. You agreed to defeat the goblins and track down their chief? Well, this is an unexpected boost in power. And you're going alone. An ideal situation. We can achieve maximum results with the smallest force. I mean, everyone in Balanos is talking about how you took down Red Nose. You've got my permission to take Grusha along as well, if you'd like. You might find some use for him. Though, with your skills, I don't think you've got much to worry about.
I'm not swearing, don't worry. Anyway, is this really the best strategy? Takros used to be an outsider himself. He was a part of the merciless Medea rebels. Velia welcomed him in warmly. But why do they treat us goblins like this?
From now on, I'll think of you as just another goblin. We'll decide if you'd like that decision to be.
Please, please. Us goblins are a race that have called Balanos home for some time now. Well, that was before that violent red-nosed. He prayed for youth and the power. The man didn't stay long, but imparted a black-coloured stone. That stone might have been poison given to the ancient chief to give up his own life.